Guys, hello from the center of Kiev. Misha and I went for walk. Misha, say hi. We are on Maidan, our Independence Square. So today is Wednesday, 9th of January. This morning was a red siren, and actually last night was very loud with the drone attacks. I even remember I woke up first to explosion, and then to the air raid siren. If I'm not confused anything, I was sleeping, and it was maybe last night like 4 air raid sirens. So yeah, drone attacks, we as always intercept a lot. And I don't see any consequences, like any information about what was destroyed, who was injured, and thankfully there is no death. So seems like everything is okay. And yesterday and Tuesday was very quiet day. No air raid siren during the day and maybe night, I guess. So yesterday was also quite nice. Also have some good news about electricity. I didn't notice recently that we have some electricity shortages. Everything working okay. We have heating, lights in our apartment. So since like very nice for all of us, I can say that we manage the third winter, because January, February, and then it's spring. So despite all this information that it will be very tough for us, no heating, no water, no electricity, the winter will be very hot, still we, let's say we almost made it. And yeah, what else to say? Yeah, I forgot to mention about the drones. Last night, some drones, interesting which one exactly from where they are, attacked the Crystal Oil Depot in Engels. This place has fuel to the Russian aircraft to 95 to 90 to 22. So we successfully did it because usually Russia uses these planes to attack our country. So yeah, I mentioned once in my previous video about that we have mass produce of our rockets slash drones, and yeah, I think we are very successful with all our work and making thousands of them. Also guys, I would like to thank you for all your support my channel on Patreon, buy me a coffee, and become a sponsors of my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for all your support. I also check all your comments about the dogs and cats, about the donations. I'm very happy that I make some inspiration for you also donate for some animals in Ukraine, because we know that they also suffer from the war, and we have to help them too. So maybe soon I will do one more video from another place. I went to Hostomel, and I will find another location in Kiev. So it's like some future plans. So, and now I would like to go to other side of Maidan with the flags for our fallen soldiers, and do some video there. And about recent news updates, what all people now discuss is the interview Zelensky and Lex Fridman, and also Trump's press conference yesterday.
Ні, ну йому сказав, що я тебе знайду і запитав. А він же ж потім увечері казав, що там таке немає, там.
So we see that it's getting darker, and people are going home from work. It's like rush hours, a lot of cars in the central street of Kyiv, some traffic jams, and people walking, go for these flags to commemorate those who died during this war. And today I would like to say just briefly about the front lines, because we see that Russia is getting closer to Dnipro region, and what else, they capture every day some square meters of our land, and they've been like doing this very fast, like a cancer tumor. since August, I think. Actually, now I would like to discuss what feels like everyone is discussing now is the interview of President Zelensky with the podcaster Lex Fridman. And I watched it. It was around 3 hours. So if you have not watched it yet, I highly recommend it. It's important topic about ceasefire and all different questions, because we know that audience of Lex Fridman is people who vote for Trump, and I heard interesting questions from him that I'm going to discuss today. And actually yesterday I also see in a lot of media that Trump had his press conference, and there was a lot of different questions about Canada and Panama. But I would like to focus on Ukraine, and what he said, that he will try to stop the war within 6 months. Actually, before he said within 24 hours. So I'm not sure if something will change immediately after 20th of January, but I think it was his last press conference before he officially will become the President of United States. Actually, 12 more days, and then we will see. Actually, I forgot to mention that previous plan was that Kit Kellogg should travel in the beginning of January to Kyiv, but this plan's also cancelled. And I see everything kind of canceling or delay for future. So for sure he will come a little bit later. Trump will stop this war later, and most probably meeting between Trump and Putin will be also delayed. And I would like to say a couple of words about this interview with Lex Fridman, where Zelensky made this clear. Actually, it was the clear signal that Ukraine is not going to negotiate until we don't have solid guarantees, for example, like Israel has. Zelensky mentioned in the interview that when was attacking Israel, all NATO aviation was in the air, some protection and so on. We don't have this, and Zelensky want to be sure that we have guarantees and Russia will not invade us again. And I think it was something to show to Trump and his supporters that we're not ready now to negotiate, and maybe this has also caused a delay of Kit Kellogg to Ukraine, because it's hard to influence and push Zelensky somehow now until 20th of January, and maybe that is why all the visits change the time, because Zelensky in his interview say clear that we need support and not just words. We need really protection and guarantees. Only then we can make some agreements with Russia. So based on the question from Lex Fridman and from this interview, I have the impression that he and Trump supporters live in some information bubble, that there is still a chance to negotiate with Russia. Sit, speak, and everything will be okay, and you even can meet all three together, Trump, Putin, Zelensky, agree, and after this war you can get some barbecue or something like that. And Zelensky was explained that that Russia came to our land, killed the children, and make the example what is lost your child, how the people can forget it or forgive it, and remind us the war on our land. And we just need to be sure we're ready for talk, we're ready for negotiation, for everything, but just give us guarantees that Russia wouldn't invade us again. For example, if we have the weapons, or we can something that Russia will not come to our land again, because he explained that we have Minsk agreement in 2014, Minsk agreement in 2015. Also, he mentioned that by the end of 2019, when was Merkel and they all meet about the gas transit from Russia territory through Ukraine to Europe. He also mentioned about they made some agreement with Russia, but Russia continue killing our people, and and sometimes word just the information was put on the table seems like we don't want to agree. We want to agree, but it's a huge risk because Russia will come again to our land. So I think Zelensky made a good job to explain for Trump supporters that the war is on our land. Our children and civilians died. He also mentioned that Chernov, he made a documentary movie of Mariupol. He was one of the last journalists left the city, and I went to this movie in the theater, in the cinema, and he said that it was 20 or 30,000 civilians died there, and also Putin has mobile crematory, and we cannot control the information on the occupied region, how many people have died, and we didn't invade no one. The war came to our land, and our people died because we don't have a choice. We have to protect our land. Russian people, they have a choice. They signed the contract and they came here for money. They came to earn money. They have choice not to come. But we have stopped this nightmare since 2014. Yeah, so if you have not watched it, I highly recommend to watch. And the thoughts what I have after this interview, US could force us to make the peace deal. For example, they could stop military aid and weapon support, and we will have a lack of weapons, and we cannot protect ourselves. So we have to agree, because how we going to fight? But then another question: how we going to force Russia to stop? You can say, yeah, we know that sanctions that were provided in 2022 wasn't give such influence in Russia as we all thought. Still okay, Russia sells their oil and the main buyer is India and China. So the question, how to stop Russia from invasion? And for example, and made the Putin decline what he said before, because we know his point of peace plan, of agreement is recognizing Crimea, Donetsk, Lugansk, and also two regions of Ukraine with Zaporizhia and Kherson. These two regions that Russia even didn't capture by land, Russia wants to be a part of Russia, like officially. And also the list about the canceling sanctions, neutralization, denazification, demilitarization. So reduce our army, don't join any no military alliance, no NATO. So Russia wants to see us very weak and not protective, and also give our land not only from 2014, not by the front line. If you check the map, it's from deep state. I just want to focus on the regions that he wants. Crimea, we know, after 2014 under occupation. Donetsk and Lugansk was part of this region since 2014 in occupation. Another part Russia managed to get since 2022. But Kherson region and Zaporizhia region, that is how much Russia captured, and that is how much under Ukrainian territory. So this a lot, and they want to hold Zaporizhia and hold Kherson also. And we just have to give up all our weapons, all our land, and just wait until Russia came and capture all our land. So the question, how to stop Russia? Maybe Arab countries can support us with selling more oil on the world market, and the Russian price for Russian oil will reduce, because how to stop Russia? I don't know. And this is I have many questions after this interview, different thoughts about this. And the most important, what I realized, that people don't know how much we suffer for all this, how much cost us to live in Ukraine, and how many children lost their fathers, mother lost their sons, and every day our people die, and it's not our choice. Russia has the choice. And these questions was I always have this impression why Ukraine want to negotiate? Because Russia will invade us again. And honestly, I have this feeling even if something change or will for some time stop, that this would not be a peace for next 50 years. I feel this war for a very long time, and Russia will invade us again, and I guess like it's just a question of time. So I remember Zelensky mentioned about Budapest memorandum, how we give up all our nuclear weapons, and this was a huge, like, it's actually, if we have now these nuclear weapons, it means we already protect from the war, because now we suffer from the huge country, huge militaries and nuclear weapons that we gave up, before. So now we need some guarantees, because our border was recognized in 1991 after collapse of Soviet Union, and it was done on a paper. And actually I wouldn't speak now much, because I want to do another video about Budapest memorandum. I watch a lot of documentaries, and I check all the signature. The country was agree about they how I can say, they promise us to support us, to protect us, and one of them was US, Great Britain and Russia. And now what we have now, now we have a very weak situation, and lots of questions, let's say like that. And let's also not forget that China are buying a lot of oil from Russia, supporting Russia economy, and also supply the Russia with their drone details to attack us. And North Korea soldiers are fighting with Ukrainians in the Kursk region. So if we speak about the numbers, we know a lot of foreign media said different numbers, and Trump also mentioned that it's 1 million died on Russian and Ukrainian side altogether. That then Trump said it was 600,000 Ukrainian people died in this war. And Zelensky in November 2024 mentioned it was 43 military personnel died in this war since 2022. Actually, what I want to say, it was even difficult to count in the very beginning of the full invasion in 2022, because a lot of people went to protect our land without any documents, any list. So we don't know how many people missed, who missed, and there was a lot of just simple guys that never had a weapon in their arms go to fight in February and March 2022. So we don't know exact numbers, but for sure we counting right now. But for sure it's not 43,000, because look where I'm staying right now, how many flags are here, and that is only in Maidan. And I don't know, it's really hard. And what I remember that don't remember who from President office said that when the war will be over, we wouldn't be laughing so loud, we would be so much crying. So, and I just see it, all these losses, and I don't know what to expect from coming year, what help we will have, and this is questions in my mind right now. So guys, Misha and I are going to walk, shoot a little bit the video of our central street, and continue watching videos and read different information and analyze the situation, what is going on, because I spent many hours by reading, checking the information, and watch different videos. Just follow all the news every day. And so yeah guys, thank you so much for your support, for watching my video. I hope you like the information that I prepared, and I will watching for more topics to discuss. But yeah, after this interview I have many questions in my mind, and what I know exactly that all world have to support us, because we want to win this war. We just want to have our culture, our traditions, our language. We want to be as the Ukrainians, as the country, because we know that Russian is not recognized, as there was a lot of different propaganda about that Lenin made Ukraine, and Ukraine was never exist as a country, and many other things that we have. So yeah, usually when I went by the flags, a lot of different soldiers here with prostheses, and they come to remember those who died, and I just passed by. I don't want to focus so much my attention on them. One was hold his hand on the chest, and one guy on the Portuguese left. So I feel like this is like a place to, like, yeah, this is like every time someone came. And you know, when it's getting dark, it's candles, another light, and people are coming and remember. Yeah, they have Christmas tree too.